What's up, guys? Welcome back to Disc Golf Weekly, and this week I've got a review of the Latitude 64 Opto line plastic. This is an old Opto striker. I've had it for it'll be 3 years coming this summer. And the interesting thing about this disc is the last 2 winters here in Chicago, it snowed a lot, and both times I've lost this disc in the fall and then found it in the spring after the snow and everything had been packed down on top of it, and it's still in almost perfect condition. There's one little spot right up there you can see, hopefully there. That's the only real blemish on this disc. I'll even spin it around and you can tell it's, for being a 3-year-old disc that's been out in the winter, covered in snow and everything like that, the last 2 years, and it still flies true. It's very durable plastic. I can't speak enough about the durability of these. The durability is insane. I've hit my share and everyone else's share of trees with this. Like I said, it's been out in the snow and the elements for 2 years, and it's still, it didn't get flattened, it didn't bend it or anything like that. It's not warped at all, which is insane. I figured it would have been destroyed after the first year, and then the second year I thought I had no chance. And it still flies just like a brand new striker does. I really like this disc. If you haven't checked it out, I'd recommend it, but that's beside the point. And the other key feature of the Opto plastic is the glide, and that goes for all Latitude plastics in general. The Latitude plastics have the best glide of any discs on the market. I'm not sure if it has something to do with the plastic or the design of their discs, but anything that's not, a Trident or a Triple X or something crazy overstable has insanely good glide. There's things like the River and the Saint, and those things will just glide for days. And this, I think it has a rating of a 4 or a 5 for glide, but it's better. It really is. It's a lot more glidey than, a 4 or a 5 on Innova's rating scale or anybody else's. Like I said, the glide on these is ridiculous. If you're looking for something that'll glide far, definitely check out the Latitude series of plastics. Either the Opto line or the Gold, they both glide ridiculously well. As far as grip goes for the Opto plastic, I would say it's about the same as Champion. It's not as grippy as like the Prodigy plastics. It's not slick. It does have some grip to it. It's not the grippiest plastic. It's just kind of middle of the road grip level. It's not gonna be sliding around in your hand. It's not terrible, but there are better gripping plastics out there. That's probably the one flaw or the one gripe I have with the Opto, is that it could be a little bit grippier, but with the durability and the glide that it adds, it's kind of worth it to not have that little bit of extra grip. I wouldn't like this on like a putter or something like that, but on a mid-range or a driver or whatever, the grip doesn't make that big of a difference, at least for me personally. Just for all you guys that are into dyeing, just a quick little side note, the Opto does take the dye pretty well. You can see this one, I did a little Kool-Aid Man on there. I did that about 2 years ago, and it still shines, perfectly fine. It's not as bright as it was when I first did it, but you can still definitely see it and definitely tell what it was. So overall, I would have to say the Opto plastic is a very, very good line of plastic. If you're looking for something to break in pretty quickly, this is not going to be the plastic for you. If you're looking for something that's going to be very durable, have really good glide, definitely check out the Opto line plastic. Some of you guys probably already have tried it and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those of you who haven't tried the Opto or even Latitude in general, definitely check out their plastics. Their plastics are amazing. I'd say they're some of the best on the market. But that's kind of my review of the Opto plastic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next week. Peace.